Welcome back to Sip the Talent Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and we have some exciting news for you today for the Baltimore Ravens. 7 of the Ravens made the PFF Top 101. Let's get into each Raven and see what PFF had to say about the guys that made the list. Welcome back to Sip the Talent Films. On 2, ready, break. Welcome back. Before we get started, tap that like button. It's free, takes about 3 seconds, and it helps the channel more than you know. But let's get into this countdown. And we'll start with the lowest rated player from the PFF 101 for the Baltimore Ravens, which is Zay Flowers. And he comes in at number 95. In just his second season, Flowers made franchise history, becoming the first Ravens receiver to be voted to the Pro Bowl at the receiver position, not as a returner. The dynamic threat is electric with the ball in his hands. He finished 2024 ranked in the top 12 in yards after catch, 467, and missed tackles forced, 18 among receivers. Despite his postseason shortcomings, Andrews had another excellent campaign after his 2023 season was cut short due to injury. He scored 11 touchdowns to lead all tight ends while posting an 84.6 receiving grade that ranked 4th at the position. Andrews was elite in the intermediate, which is 10 to 19 yard range. He posted a 99.3 receiving grade in that yard range. Next up on the list, Tyler Linderbaum. 3 years into his career, Linderbaum has become the anchor of the Baltimore Ravens offensive line. And it's a tough job with those 2 guys he had beside him, but salute to Linderbaum. His 79.9 overall grade and 83.5 run blocking grade both put him in 4th place among centers this season. He also did not allow a sack for the 2nd consecutive year. He is undoubtedly one of the best centers in the game, not allowing a sack for the 2nd straight year. Okay. Next up on the list, All-Pro Marlowe, who's back. Humphrey played a crucial role in the turnaround of the Ravens secondary in the second half of the season. As he moved nearly to full-time slot down the stretch, regardless of his position, Humphrey still earned an outstanding 81 coverage grade while picking off 6 passes and breaking up 10 others. Amazingly, his 79 overall grade was a new career high. We felt like Marlowe had fell off, but All-Pro, Pro Bowl, do-it-all Marlowe was back. The only thing was missing was the fruit punch. That was the only thing missing because we didn't generate enough turnovers. But let's go to the next guy on the list. Now, Marley came in at 61. The next guy on the list doesn't come in all the way down till 14. And it happens to be number 14, Kyle Hamilton. Hamilton is the glue that holds the Ravens secondary together, as he proved it once again in 2024 with an elite 90.1 overall grade. He was the only defensive player in the NFL to earn at least an 85 grade in both run and pass defense. On top of that, he added 12 pressures and 2 sacks as a blitzer, cementing his status as the league's best all-around safety. And keep in mind, when we moved him back to deep safety, some of that stuff around the line of scrimmage as far as blitzing and TFLs, that kind of took a hit. So had he been able to stay around the line, around the box like he was the year before, the numbers probably would have been better. But we'll take that. Kyle Hamilton coming in at number 14. Slide on up a few more spaces to number 5. King Henry. Henry reinforced himself as an opposing defensive's worst nightmare. After joining Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore backfield, he led the NFL with a 93.5 rushing grade and 88 missed tackles forced. People didn't want to tackle that man. I know I wouldn't. He quickly became the key to the Ravens' offensive operation as they were undefeated in 11 games in which he ran for at least 90 yards. Say that again. They were undefeated in the games in which he ran for at least 90 yards. All right. Now, Derrick Henry came in at number 5. And it almost seemed unfair that Derrick Henry at 30 years old is the first running back since 2012 to average at least 6 yards per carry and get 150 carries at 31 years old. Didn't look like he lost a step at all. Number 1 on the PFF Top 101. I'd be willing to bet he's also going to be number 1 on the NFL Network's top 100. He was an AP quarterback, first team quarterback, won some other first team awards, but did not win MVP. Number 1 in PFF's top 101, Lamar Freaky L. Jackson. And what they had to say about Lamar, Jackson produced his best season as a passer in 2024, en route to leading all quarterbacks with a 94.9 overall grade. He's the first quarterback in PFF history to record a 90-plus passing grade and a rushing grade in the same season. As a passer, he set new career best with a 6.3 big-time throw rate and a 1.6 turnover-worthy play rate. 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. On the ground, he led all quarterbacks with 1,034 rushing yards and 40 explosive runs, including the postseason. That's regular and postseason. So, in the regular season, he had 915. This version of Jackson is simply unstoppable. There's no other sentence that needs to go after that. This version of Jackson is simply unstoppable. And if he comes back next season and has added something to his game, he just got to win. That's the only thing missing is winning. So these are the 7 players that made the PFF top 101. So if you made it this far, put Action Jackson in the comment section to let me know you made it this far. Like the video if you've not done so. If you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be notified when the rest of these videos drop throughout the 2025 off season. I appreciate you guys. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. See y'all next one. See y'all on the